Hello, I am Dr. VK Jayakumar, founder, chairman, and senior principal of Sabarigiri Group of Schools. Anchal, Kollam, and Trivandrum. We have nearly 6 schools, and I'm all the time with students for the past 42 years. So I know well about the way a child is to be reared properly. You see, as far as a parent is concerned, the most important thing for that person is the child or children. So, how we can bring up the children in the best manner and transform them into very useful human beings, that's what matters. And see, usually all the parents, both the mother and father, they are highly loving. But love is not a thing to be kept in mind. It should be expressed. It should be felt by the children. Of course, mothers, embodiment of love. You see, as the child grows, children are not always, they are not doing correct things. Because to err is, even for adults, is human to err. But for children, they do wrong things. When they do wrong things, see, the father or mother thinks that, what is this? My son doing this? They can't bear it. They just become very angry with them. They talk arrogantly. They sometimes even punish the child. And the child will think that, oh, these people, they are not loving me. So the sutra, or the most important caption in parenting, is love, unconditional love. So love, how it can be expressed? The child or children must feel that we are loved, and the mother or father, they have to express their love by looking at them, smiling at them, talking to them in a very encouraging manner, and touching them. Touch is very, very important. Touch. See, a small child, even if it's a small child, you look at the child, smile at the child, touch the child, hug the child, kiss the child, and talk. Even when, see, the problem is sometimes there may be a disobedient student or a disobedient son or daughter. So when the child is showing some sort of disobedience, what happens? Parent thinks, hey, my son, my daughter, like that, they're anxious. And all their anxiety they express as their anger toward the child. But I tell you, whatever be the wrongdoing by the child, the only one and only measure with which you can correct him is winning his heart with abundance of love and care. Child must feel that I'm loved only. And usually one of the big hazards or uh, wrongdoings of parenting is that they get angry, they punish, they beat. It's all gone, because humanity has grown to a great developmental, great stage. Now we cannot punish children in these days. So suppose a child has done a wrong thing, you call the child closely near you, you touch the child, hold his hand, look into the eyes of the child, and tell that, son or daughter, what you have done, is it good? Can you do that? Never do that, never do that, never do that. And tell them in a very loving manner, and that will give result. Whereas if you just beat, or you show arrogant behavior, or you always some there are, see, I sometimes do counseling, and see, the problem is, some mothers, they go on scolding. My today's talk, the most important point is, never scold or abuse or humiliate your son or daughter. That is the key word. That is the key sentence. Because if you when you do that, you are actually going away from the child. So the intimacy, and you have to win the heart of the child. There must be a hearty relation between the. See, then the one main problem we usually observe is fathers. Some fathers are very tough, very strict. Maybe he's working abroad. He calls the child. The mother says that she got less marks. Then he immediately fires. Why? Why she is not like that? Why he is thinking that my daughter must be the number one in the class? Is it possible for every child to be the number one? So the thing is, definitely you have to always, even if the child has got 10 marks out of 50, you don't abuse, don't humiliate, don't talk or compare the child with others. You say, I'll help, I am there to help you, my child. Next time this will not happen. I am there with you. That sort of support, encouragement. That is the most important thing. Then some children are some children, they're very shy, and some children are not neat, or see, all these this sort of problems can be sorted by the parents. The parental care is the most important thing. See, always look at the child, smile at the child, make the child how to smile at others. That is another thing. And child must really understand what is fine human love between one to other. That's the most very important thing. Then, of course, in parenting, a lot of other things are there. I don't have much time, but still, I touch upon the various aspects. One is how the child looks, the appearance, the neatness, and hygiene. Lessons in hygiene, very important. Child must appear smart, and all principles of hygiene, health should be very impressively told to the child, so that he will really understand that. And then all the behavior patterns, respecting elders, and even hospitality. Suppose a guest come home, then how he has to deal with that guest. Then also there are so many other things. Main thing is learning, study. See, study is something which should be done very systematically. So, systematic way of study, you must give practice. Right? Maybe it's a tender age, child starts writing. When child starts writing, the mother or the father, they have to support, they have to see, of course, teachers are doing good work. In spite of that, they have to see how the handwriting, so and development of handwriting. Then, of course, as they grow up, the amount of self-discipline, their ability to obey rules, all these are to be told to them. They must learn all those things. Very important. Then the thankfulness. When somebody does something to a child, they must definitely thank others. Fidelity, that's very important. Then, of course, one may be very rich, coming from a rich family. There may be a child or in the class coming from a poor family. So the way you should understand, see, hunger, knowledge for hunger, that's very important. Knowledge hunger, and keen observation important. Especially suppose some parents, they want their child to be trained for civil service examination. So the most important thing is, what is the most important thing? Child must be very observant. Observation, and an urge for knowledge. How? What is that? See, all parents must see that most of the parents are educated. Educated parents can definitely give them lessons on general knowledge. You get some good GK books. See that your child is having very good general knowledge. That's very important. Self discipline, I told. Of course, good habits, very important. And systematic way of doing things. Even study, right from a the study place at home is the most sacred period as far as child is concerned. So the study table must be well arranged, all the books, all the study materials in proper form, proper condition. And not only like that, wherever the child is there, there must be order and arrangement. That's very important. That's something very important. And of course, when he goes to school, he must be very prompt to go to school, and he must respect teachers, and he must know how to make friends with others. All these things educated parents or knowledgeable parents, they have to very nicely teach the children as to do all those things. And teachers, of course, they have a big role. Teachers, I'll just mention about that also. I think, of course, viewers maybe many of them may be teachers. See, as far as sometimes some teachers come and tell, so there's a problem boy in my class or a problem girl in my class. No problem. There is no problem girl or no problem boy. Only thing is, you don't know how to solve the problem. See, the one and only mantra or sutra to achieve good character, good manners, and to correct the child is the love and concern the teacher has to the student. The love and concern the teacher exhibits. That's what matters. See, there may be a very disobedient child, very disobedient, always disturbing the class. Naturally, what some teachers do, they'll ask him to stand up, or they'll ask him to go out, or they'll speak bad words about him. That's a very, very wrong way. See, if there's a difficult child in the class, the teacher will ensure that for the student, the most loved person in the world is the teacher. And with that, the whole any problem, any difficulty, any character for abnormality or anything can be solved. If this child must say, this teacher loves me. I love the teacher. Once when you develop that bridge of love between the teacher and the student, there won't be any difficult student, any disobedient student in the class. Same thing is applicable at home also. Parents must see that they must always have a good rapport with their teachers, the teachers of their students, and the school also. They must have good relation with the school, because development of the child is achieved by the parents, the teacher, and the school. That's the most important. And definitely, we have a lot of difficulties in the present way of life. See, this mobile phone is a very dangerous tool, because the correct, proper use, harmless use of internet and media, very, very important, because technology is very much required for learning. Now also, you see, now technology is very much required at this time. So definitely, the cooperative mind, the friendly attitude, and the way they respect, they thank, all these things are to be, the parents must ensure that my child is having all those qualities. Very, very important. Now, see, COVID-19, the dreadful virus, has put us all under house arrest. We are not able to go out, and several lives are being lost. It's a global calamity. Now, during lockdown time, what happens? We are all at home, and parents, students, all are tense. I tell you, this is a golden opportunity for you. Golden opportunity. Golden opportunity to interact with the child, to strengthen your family relations, to improve your child's all shortcomings. All these things can be achieved. See, now question comes, what we can do. What we can do. All the time child is at home, parents are there. Even working parents, it's a golden time for them to empower their children, to educate better, to correct all their abnormalities if at all they have anything. That's very, very, very important. So make use of this time, and always see that you spend a lot of time with the children, eat together, pray together, and have fun together. Very, very important, because children always like fun and humor. So there must be laughter at home, and all the creative activities must be active. Creativity means lot of things can be done. Children have a lot of creative abilities. They can write stories, they can write poems, they can learn music, they can learn dance, they can do a lot of things, all the things which we can utilize them. See, we actually, this is a good time for hunting the talent in the child. Talent hunt. In our school, we have such a program, talent hunt, because we observe the child, watch the child, and the teachers will ascertain, find out the real talent in the child. That talent is to be developed, because maybe great talents are there embedded in each child, but nobody identifies. There may be good singers, but the child is not given any opportunity to learn music. So actually, the singer dies, the dancer dies, the creative writer also dies. So reading is very, very important. At this time, at this golden time, when there is nothing else to do, ensure that your child reads, and reads right books, right material. Newspaper reading is compulsory, very, very important, because they must know what's happening around the world. Very, very important. And the correct usage of internet and social media, of course, you can very well, but always make sure that they are not misusing, because we find lot of casualties because the wrong use of mobile phone. So mobile phone must not be given to small children or even growing children, especially even the adolescent ones. Once when they are maybe in class 8, 9, 10, that time, it's not at all a good tip, because there are a lot of hazards in that. So I think that there the parent has to be very, very careful, very, very careful. But this should be done by making the child understand the hazards. Don't say no. I won't. Don't sit before TV like that. Don't use. I won't give you mobile phone. That's not the thing. See, say that mobile phone is good. I'll show you how it can be used. But if you carelessly use, it will produce a lot of problems for you, difficulties for you. That's sort of a constant advice must be there. That's very, very important. Then child may be given lot of, at this present time, horticulture, then vegetable growing, then so many things they can do yoga, they can do meditation. All these things can be practiced, because father has time, mother has time, child has time. Then what else you want? So ensure that you spend this time fully for the benefit of the child. And once again, I I I I, I highlight, or I emphasize that you should never abuse the children all the time, accuse the children, but tell them what is wrong, what he has done wrong. Call him in a very affectionate manner. Ask him to change in a very loving manner. That's the only way by which you can correct the child. And see, actually, what is the whole idea of the parent? See, my son must pass with a distinction. He must get good degrees, and he must make a lot of money. He becomes very rich. He makes a big bungalow. He buys the costliest car, and he gives in a very luxurious life. Is it the purpose of human life? No. See, this point is this is my last point. This point is very, very important. See, how my son is going to be a very useful citizen to the society, to my country, to humanity at large. That is the purpose. So the idea the child has to be given is, see, I want to be a very useful person, useful to others, always helping others, always helping others who require your support and help. Charity, a charitable nature, kindness, all these things have to be embedded in the child as he grows. All these are all the fundamental duties of a parent, and of course teachers also. So definitely you have to see that children, my child is, I am my presentation to the whole world, to the society, to the community, to humanity is my son. Look at my son. See, that's my son. So the message I give, or the message the see, in our schools, what we do when children, when they leave the school after their +2, see, in the autograph or something which they bring, what they write is, wherever you may be, let the world be better on account of you. Wherever you may be, let the world be better on account of you. So my dear parents, see that your children come up in life, they go to greater heights in life, they become global citizens. See, small people from very, 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 very small background, they have captured the world's attention. They have done a lot of things to the world. So always, never to be selfish, always to be charitable, always to be helping, always how I can help my brother. That must be the philosophy of your children. If this you can, if this you can ensure, I am sure they will get all the blessings of God Almighty, and your family, and you also will be always looked upon, or you viewed in a very great manner. You will also get the benefit, or value of contributing such a fine person to the society. So, with these words, I am concluding my talk. Definitely, I wish you all will flourish in life. Your children will flourish in life, and you'll be the happiest person. You'll be the happiest person, and you can always feel happy that I have done something for the world, for the future world, or for the people around my son. He is going to be a beneficial person. So that's all. Thank you, Entab. Thank you, Nimisha.